learning and comprehension, and I like expanding myself and like acquiring new skill sets and forms of knowledge, but I also feel like there's times where like it can be really draining, you know? I do not do coding. My one of my clients does, and they created a software that's like an LLM, so like a lead managing system, but it's automated, and they provide the code that the client will put into their software to like create pretty much like an AI agent for them. And it's beyond me because I don't have a coding background, so I'm having like a little bit of a hard time giving them direction, you know? Tú eres mi Rapunzel. Do you do coding, by the way? Because it's such a valuable skill set. Hey, Chocolosh. I'm good. How are you? Qué linda, sucia, que tiene princesa, con todo respeto. Me encanta tu sonrisa, princesa, con todo respeto. Gracias, Renzo. Tú eres muy simpático. Bienvenido. I'd be too short. I'm 5'10". My ex was 5'6". Like I said, I don't care. I don't judge about height because it's not something you can control. So why would I judge someone based on it? The code is the code within the code. Oh, well, if you do get into it, I suggest Python. It's very easy. How many, they're almost like languages. I don't know what to call them, but how many forms of coding do you know how to do? Hola, Rodrigo. ¿Cómo estás? I can't even off the top of my head remember the other options. Oh my god, my eyes can't believe there's... Aw, thank you, funny as hell. Thank you, babes. Bien, ¿y tú? Bien. So you're saying there's a chance? Dumb and dumb. Exactly. So my friend is throwing an event tomorrow, you guys, and I just found out they're not even in town. I was like, you're not gonna be at your event? Like, I just found out they're in New York, and I'm like, what? Like, they have like caterers and stuff like that, but and they have like a team, so I guess like their team will like watch it, but it's just interesting. Thank you so much for the rose, babes. Thank you, Lisa. You finally sticking with the red hair. This is my permanent hair color. When I'm blonde, it's just because I didn't want to like do my hair, and it's a wig. You look like a princess I want to save from a castle. Aw, thank you. Thank you. I'm like, are we thinking Princess Fiona because I'm a redhead? Dude, you guys, I had my hair in like 2 braids the other day, and I was like out at some Santa Monica event, and this guy came up to me and was like, you look like Wendy's. Like the Wendy's girl. I died. I was like, oh no. Hola, amor. Hola, Fernando. For real, Papa. Paper, my bad. I called you Papa, God. Paper sack citizen. Do you want to extrapolate on your name? I'm curious. Hey, Valmon. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Thank you, Marshall, for the rose. Thank you, Lisa, too. Daddy instead of Papa. Hello. Hey, Len. Thank you guys for the follows, by the way. I'm trying to keep up, but... Dude, the Wendy's thing? Yeah, bro. Can you imagine? I literally was like so thrown off. I was like... The name is a play on when football fans wear paper sacks over their head because their team is so bad. Do they do that? I don't watch enough football. He thought you had a chance. Who? Hey guys, welcome. We're just hanging out. We are gonna have like a little battle royale in a little bit, which fingers crossed on it, but then we're probably gonna play some video games. I need to get some hours in here. Yeah, people do that, and so this is like me saying our country is struggling, so I have to use a bag. All right, well, love that, honestly, because we are struggling. Whenever I see like the American flag and like it says SOS next to it, I'm like, oh, it's so sad. Like, yeah. What are your thoughts on like Gavin Newsom running for president? The guy calling you Wendy? Yeah, I know. You think that he thought he had a chance? I'm not the kind of person, like if someone's making fun of me, like that's not the way to like get to me, if that makes sense. I'm like, oh, good one, bro. You know, and like keep it moving. Fernando, how are you? I'm good. I'm finally feeling a bit better, so I'm stoked. Fasole or menudo? I am actually scared of menudo because of the meat. It's like tripe, I'm pretty sure. The texture, I think, just visually like messes with me. And then I think the texture, like I would not like it. I love pozole though. Es mi favorito. This one guy wants to battle. I think I'm literally gonna lose, but we are gonna give it a shot. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Fine. Best of three?
What?
Best of three?
I don't know how much smoke I have, but I'm down to try.
Okay, let's play.
Okay.
Oh, maybe something is calling you and I cannot send you request.
Okay, let me try. It's saying that you're denying the request. Weird. It's not working on my end.
He be calling you other people to play.
No one
And
is right
Nadia
now, but
too.
here, I'll re-request you later.
Okay.
Okay.
Then Apu?
Weird. She have blonde hair. Yours is not blonde. Who? I'm originally from Mexico. So are you referring to Mexico or the US? Hi, SCJ. Who's that? Scarlett Johansson? Okay, sorry guys. I feel slow right now. I would rather gouge my eyes out than vote for Newsom. I don't know how to feel, dude. I really don't. I don't feel like he's done much for California. I think he's the most eloquent politician that I've seen so far. I don't know. And thank you, Lucian. You're not the same lady I've seen. I was wearing a wig, babe. I'm the same lady. I was just, I didn't want to do my hair, so I had a blonde wig on. Yeah, Fernando. I was wearing a wig. Strange guy. Hola, hermosa. Hola, Hugo. I know people get emotionally attached to the blonde wig. It's just like a crop top type thing, and then I have like leggings on. I know I look different with the blonde, but that's what my hair color used to be, and my hair was like breaking off, and so I had to give it a rest, and that's why I'm a redhead right now, but I would prefer to be blonde. So when you see me with it, it's just because I didn't want to do my hair. Are we playing Pandora tonight or Naji? Hey, no move tag. Yeah, my plan is to play I almost said Don Julio. Is to play Avatar later, or some Witcher. We gotta run some battles. I just don't know how much smoke we have in the chat. Good morning. I think Newsom would be a majority vote if he ran. I think so too. That's like why I would lean towards him for like the Democratic candidate, you know? Because we like can't split the vote right now. Like we need as much power as possible. I'm a liberal. I'm not even necessarily like a Democrat, but I have some conservative values, but like I just right now it's like yeah. What is your real hair color? I'm a dirty blonde. Hey August. Hey Nick, you're so quiet. How are you? Hi Salim, thank you. I'm glad to see you again, by the way. I know I said that earlier, but Matt, I'm sorry it's been so busy for you. Hopefully you get a little break. I mean, there's nobody to really pick from. Well, I heard there was like whispers that Kamala might run again, but like, I don't know how accurate that is or not. Thank you. Sorry guys, I put the filter on because the lighting makes me look just like white. So it's not supposed to like change my face a bunch, it's just supposed to give me some color. Hey John, hey Sierra Sam. My computer's having issues, guys. Oh, poor baby. Hello from England. Hey Phil. Hey Alvaro. I'm good. I'm just hanging out. How are you guys? I've honestly been awake all night most days until like 5 or 6 a.m. scrolling. Dude, I have to. I'm such a night owl. Do you work early mornings though? Why do you have a shovel back there? It's not a shovel. I have like a little wagon thing. It's like the handle for it. But if it was a shovel, no, I'm just kidding. My 9th day in a row starting it over you. Thank you, Enrique. Where is everyone from? I feel like we have a bunch of new people in the chat. I don't know why I'm a night owl. Did you know there's a genetic predisposition for it? When I learned that, I was so frustrated because I was told like my whole life that I was like lazy, and I realized that like no, like there's actually like a genetic reason that I'm a night owl. And when you're staying up till 4 or 5 and then getting up at like 7 for school, like of course you're chronically tired. Like you're not lazy, you're just exhausted. I work second shifts, so like night shifts. Big homie, hey babe, good to see you. Hey Southern boy, you're from Indiana? Nice. I feel like the food out there is probably fire. New Jersey, nice. I think the New Jersey accents are fun. I just ran into someone from Boston. Obviously I know it's not the same, but it was so cute hearing their accent. Night owl because I've worked nights forever. I think you guys probably know, but like, so beyond there being a genetic predisposition, we also have like our circadian rhythm, right? And like that can be reset and adjusted based on like our daily schedule. So yeah, you probably trained it into you if you weren't naturally. Greetings from Southeast Mexico, Chiapas, land of the Maya. So cool that the Mayans are the first creators of the highway. Isn't that cool? Hola, Enrique. ¿Cómo estás? Let me guess. 6'2", married, have 4 kids. Who are you talking about? I am 6'1", no kids, and not married. I have a little cute dog. His name is, I can't say his name because he's asleep right now. I don't want to wake him up, but I prioritized running a company over like having a family. Eventually that's something I want, but I really wanted to have my own company, so I just like focused on business. Love history. Ancient civilization is fascinating. It is fascinating, and I think like cultural context is so important. Like, for example, there's a lot of, unfortunately, people that are racist, and I think most of them are stupid. I think most of them are uneducated, and that's why they're racist. I think the more that you know, the harder it is to be racist, right? Like, so for example, like most people don't know that braceros, which were Hispanic workers, built the agricultural background of California and of like our American society. They were considered indentured servants, so they essentially had a contract that like when their work was done, they would become US citizens, and a lot of them ended up being deported like as they were finishing their jobs. There is so much oppression and like bigotry that has happened in our like cultural history in America, and I think that it's Alexa next. I think it's ignorant to think that like there's not long-lasting impacts from that, right? Like there's something called, I think it's this is the basic term, but generational wealth, and the idea. So there's a lot of people who are like, let's break up DEI, but the reason DEI is so important is because if you had parents that owned homes and they passed them down through generations or sold those homes, then that's generational wealth that was inherently given to you because most likely you're a white person, right? If you're a person of color who historically in your family went through slavery, did not own property, if you were a woman, you could not own property. I mean, there's a reason it's so important to be educated, because it's like, well, that's why we have these systems in place now. It's because there's already a wealth disparity that's historically driven, right? Racism is equal to ignorance and lack of respect to humanity in general. Agreed. And I think it's almost a form of like self-hatred, right? Like they hate what they can't be, almost in a way. And it is, I think, 100% a representation of just ignorance. Like, Andrew, thank you. Hey, Miles. Was it painful? Was what painful? 6'4" and Pitbull baby. Let's go. A-Ray. Love it. My little guy is a Maltese Shih Tzu. Mother's nightmare. Good thing I don't have a mom. I love when people make that joke because, like, you got me. That hurt more than not having a parent. Actually, I don't have either parents. I was adopted, so keep them coming, babe. And if anything, if I did have a mom, she would probably be really proud of me being a business owner before I'm 30 years old and probably more successful than you. But if you'd like to sit down, I'm happy to educate you or expand your own business and teach you a little bit about metacognition. Otherwise, you can move along. Good one, Atai. Hey, Zakmaru. Don't you love like grown balding men that come in like random girls' lives and they just want to be like rude? I'm like, where does that ever get you? Like, blocked? I want lessons. Could you teach me? Sure, about metacognition? I'd be happy to talk to you about it. Do you know what it is? Thank you, Atai, though. That was really sweet of you. I meant painful falling from heaven. Thank you. I thought you were 32. I'm 27. Thank you, George. Come on, what's wrong? Just some random like old guy that was like trying to say that like my mother would be ashamed of me, but the joke is on him because I don't have parents. Hey, George. Guys in here need better pickup lines. Yeah. Any lessons? Yeah, so like if we're talking about metacognition, I think one thing that really stands out to me, and maybe you've noticed this, I think there's a certain level of awareness, right? Like you can't force someone into self-awareness. They need to already be in a position to be open to like learning certain lessons. And like one of the things that I think is the easiest way to like tap into metacognition is like, for an example, let's say you always get in a fight with this one friend and you react in a way that you're like, dude, that's not me. Like, I don't know why I keep like flying off the rail or why like I'm so aggressive when that's not actually me. That's most likely due to like conditioned responses to stimulus, right? Which means like you're almost automatically behaving a certain way. And a lot of people struggle with this because it keeps happening. And so they're called like behavioral loops. And the way to get out of that is through metacognition. And metacognition is noticing the pause, which is hard at first, but the more you practice it, you can create a pause between the stimulus, so the argument, and your response. And in that pause, you have agency, right? You have a choice to change the way that you respond so that you can respond in a way that's more aligned with who you are or who you're trying to become. And I think like a lot of us don't necessarily get taught how to do that. And I mean, and you guys, I'm not worried about, go look up my LinkedIn. Like I'm not worried about like proving my history, but I got 9 promotions in about 4 years, and I was surpassing people much older than me. I was running teams with people like twice my age, and it was primarily because of metacognition and the ability to be able to think critically in certain situations, but specifically also like emotional control, so EQ. When I'm tired or when I'm like faced with an emotion that I don't deal with a lot, I'm a human, like I still mess up, but it still is like an invaluable asset, you know? What is the shadow behind me? I don't know, I have like a hallway. Hey Metatron. Hi Zixu. Hi Alberto. Yes, I am real. You're younger than I thought. Thank you. Thank you, George, for the rose. Liverpool. Hey, Jimmy. From Texas? Nice. But I held back because you can't slap the out of people these days. I mean, that's kind of metacognition. I feel like metacognition would more be like reflecting on like, okay, well, why did I feel inclined to slap the out of them? Is it their behavior that's unacceptable? Does that mean that I have certain boundaries that I want to uphold? And if so, like, do I continue allowing this person in my life, right? So like working through the thought process so that you don't keep experiencing that feeling, right? Obviously there's going to be people that are POSs that you run into and it's kind of unavoidable, but like understanding that like the future version of you doesn't want to go to jail, right? Like that is technically metacognition. There's ways to do it though so that like it's oriented towards like you becoming your best self, not just like avoiding jail, you know? You look like Zuckerberg's clone sister. Oh god. He looks so scary. I don't even want to look her up. I'd be terrified. I think that's the first time I've ever gotten that one. I am not AI generated, but I appreciate that. One question, what is your IQ? There's obviously like a few different ways to measure IQ, but I was ranging around like 130. No, good for you. You're like, I don't know you're being articulate about what you're thinking and feeling. And if someone continues to cross the line, then like remove yourself from the situation. Thanks, Golf and Guardians. Yeah, South Side. It can be pretty isolating, actually. I don't think a lot of people like understand that or can relate, but like I struggled with like feeling very alone even when I was around people, just because I felt like I would like notice certain social dynamics that other people just literally weren't seeing for whatever reason, or just like weren't talking about. And I realized through personal research and development that like a lot of that was trauma based, right? Like the reason I'm good at reading people or managing situations and why I became a manager so quickly was because I had to always control the room in order to be safe. And so it's a survival response more than maybe a skill set, which is unfortunate. Yeah, no, I think some people in here can probably relate, right? Like you had to grow up a little too quick, you had to take care of things. And so you're constantly kind of on the lookout, which creates like a hypervigilance. Damn, Big Cat, that's rough. Maybe you should wear some Depends when you go golfing next time. Mine is 115. Good for you, that's really high. I mean, I think the last time I looked it up, a lot of Americans are sitting between 70 to 90. Do I like Latinos? Let's see. Hi, yes, sir. Good night, Fernando. Women who are articulate and know what they want is the most attractive aspect. I think it's so sad. Like, I appreciate you saying that, because it is so disheartening to me to watch things like Love Island and to just be like, these people are so vapid. They've done nothing to become holistic or well-rounded. They do not benefit society in any way. Like, it's animalistic for us to care so much because they're aesthetically nice to look at. And if you're smart enough to know that, then like stop entertaining it and like giving them views, because then they keep pumping money into this stupidity. Like, why don't we have shows where like people are actually intelligent, have like meaningful conversations and discourse that's like mentally stimulating, that pushes the needle? We have so many problems in society, and like just like it drives you crazy. It sounds like you need to go to the doctor, Big Cat. Music bumping in the back. I'm glad you like it. It's kind of a vibe. We have to stop meeting like this. Are you scrolling and you're like I've been trying to leave your live and I keep getting pushed it. I'm sorry. Hey, Anima. I'm not saying your name right. Anima, my bad. I think that's right. Hey, Eric, thank you for the finger hearts, babes. You have freckles? I have freckles too. Nice. I hate mine. So I hope you love yours, like some self-love, but I hate mine. These are AI because when I put makeup on, it covers them. Jumping jacks, love a woman who exercises. Has that ever worked for you, Noah? Good morning. My birth sign is a Leo. Thank you, Anima. 10. I hate being a redhead. You're a redhead too? I don't know. I totally forgot about this. You're good. Amen on the Love Island thoughts. Don't understand it myself. I literally think what's happening is like, is they're triggering like this animalistic part of us that pays attention to beauty, because that's literally like a biological predisposition, right? Like from like an evolutionary standpoint, we are going to want to stare at things that are beautiful, because a lot of the time symmetry represents like a higher likelihood of positive genetics and less like honestly inbreeding, which sounds weird, but hopefully you guys know this. Like when there's incestuous history, it tends to create like deformities or less symmetrical features. And so I think that from that standpoint, like they're triggering something in us biologically. But like if you think that we are not animals, right, which I think a lot of people assume that or try to create this separation, then stop acting like one. Like stop contributing by viewing this stuff that's so stupid. Like I just yeah. Like sometimes I'll be honest, I come on TikTok and I like scroll through and there's just a girl who's just sitting there like staring off into the distance, and she's got like thousands of people in her chat, and I'm like it's insane to me. Not even interacting, you know. Let's see. What do you mean your freckles are Mexican? I'm lost, babe. You're a Leo too? Oh, nice. Thank you for the finger hearts, Anima. See, mine was like a self-imposed redhead, right? I think being born a redhead might be a little bit more rough. Like being a kid as a redhead. But I think redheads are cute. I don't know. I think it's like cool to have that genetically. Gnarly, thank you. Helps explain your mane on hair, face, and your need for more than just beauty. Oh, thank you, John Doe. Thank you, Mr. Guy. Yeah, my background is in anthropology, sociobiological anthropology. So I've always been interested in like interdisciplinary information. I think that like the stratification of knowledge is something that limits us from making connections between different forms of knowledge, etc. So like a good example, I've talked about it before on my live, is like the biggest expanse in technology came from cross-global communication, right? That took anthropologists and sociologists to review, as well as people that work in like the technology fields. There's things called like Moore's law, which is essentially the idea that like data will duplicate itself, or the amount of data in terms of its capacity duplicates itself. But because of like, I don't know what they're called, the freaking little chips that store data, there was like a point where it reached its threshold, and then I think they tried to find a way to like create more space for that data to replicate. And my point with this, I guess, is we were talking earlier about like ignorance and like racism and stuff, and it's something I like to bring up a lot, is like the biggest advancements in any society have been from exposure to different ways of being and different types of thought. And that's why it's so important to not have a homogenous population or culture. Like we should be exposed to new things. What I am concerned about is that like with the advent of things like, you know, social media, we are seeing like global trends start to happen. And that does worry me a little bit, because it's like that individualism and cultural relativity is kind of going out the window a little. So I hope there's more of a push to protect and preserve that diversity in cultures, you know? Big Cat, I think you need to go to the hospital instead of talk to us. I'm not a doctor, but it sounds like you're having a rough day. Sorry guys, I don't have any of my mods in here right now, so what's pi? Oh my god, I can't remember. I think it's like 3.14 something. I literally can't remember. I like how this guy was talking ish on here and he literally just said he had explosive diarrhea. I'm like, why are you shit talking me when you're literally talking about shitting yourself? Like, go get some help. I don't know what to tell you. It's so weird. I don't get some people, like, at all. Like, why even take the time to do any of that, bro? Like, go, like, research day trading. Like, go watch Diary of a CEO. Like, go learn something, you know? Go learn some coding. Like, I think Coursera or, like, Google offers freaking free classes. Like, go do something. Thank you, John. We are programmed to think that beauty is the top priority. Yeah. Being a natural redhead sucks. You stick out like a sore thumb. That's not a bad thing. Honestly, I don't think it's a bad thing. I used to get a lot of anxiety because I'm 6'1", right? I've stuck out since I was like a baby. Like I remember 4th grade, I was taller than like a few of my friends' parents. And anyway, it amplified my anxiety. I had such bad social anxiety that I like failed a semester of college. And I did just a lot of self-work. So my point on that is like, I get it can be really stressful, but we can't predict what is going through someone else's head, right? And if there's a quote that's like, we often suffer more in our own heads than in reality. And the idea is that like, you're not a fortune teller. There's no way for you to know what they're actually thinking. So like, instead of taking on negative thoughts about it, like you just need to think positively and carry yourself that way. You know, it's like it's like gaslighting yourself, but eventually it works. Let's see. You need to go for CSI. Thank you, Carlos. It's called data centers. Thank you, Southside. They're being built. Are you talking about the AI data centers? Hey, Anima, thank you so much. Buen día. Buen día. ¿Cómo estás? Hi, Geronimo. It blows my mind that we have information at our fingertips, AI, and people still ask for directions. What are your guys' thoughts on AI, though, and, like, the water usage and, like, possible why am I struggling with this? The amount of pollution that's coming from these centers, like genuine, like open floor, just very curious what your guys' thoughts are, because I feel conflicted about that. And I don't know what's true or what's not. Like, is it actually that destructive to our environment? If that is the case, are these data centers being built in low socioeconomic communities, which seems to be happening?